Welcome, everybody. Welcome to everyone in the room, and welcome to everyone online, no matter what time or place you're watching us. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. I'm Reverend Deborah Gay. I'm a staff minister here. My pronouns are she and her, and my ancestry is from Great Britain and Northern Europe, likely Germany. So we do that simply to honor those that came before us and permitted us to be right here with each other this day. So if you are new, we want to say we are so happy that you found us. And we have a little gift for you, a little place for you to go if you have some questions. You just, after the service, go down that hallway into the classroom. That's where the refreshments are. And there's a desk with two people sitting behind it. It's the Ask Me desk. And those two people are board members, and they are very knowledgeable and really, I think, can answer just about any question you come up with. So, and they will hand you a little gift just to celebrate that you made your way to us. So let us begin this delightful morning with music, as always. Tabor.
Well, why don't you stand and we'll sing into this glorious day together. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. All right, make a joyful sound. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Gotcha. Well, good morning, everyone. Why don't you take a minute to greet some of those neighbors out there? time, we're inviting our teachers up here to the stage. Any kids who are here with us today, you want to make your way up, and we will sing you out to your classroom. Here they come. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Good morning, beloved community. Oh, gorgeousness. My name's Taffy Wallace. I'm a new practitioner here. Thank you. So I'm your practitioner of the day and really throughout the week. If you see any of us in the white stoles, if you're new here, we're available for prayer for you. We also have a wonderful written prayer vessel in the back if you want to write out a prayer. And also there's a 7 a.m. every morning that I'll be anchoring throughout the week if you want to begin your day in the glory of affirmative prayer. So now, with that being said and established, let's turn within, closing your eyes if you feel comfortable in doing so, and just lingering in that vibration that is so palpable, the presence, the power, the joy of Spirit, God, the thing itself. It is here now because it is everywhere at all times. So I know and claim into this law of mind and spirit that always says yes to me, that today is a glorious day, that today is a day in which we rejoice. We have gotten ourselves here into a spiritual life, starting our week off in community, in love, in sacred spirituality. I know that the music uplifts us. I know that whatever we brought in here in our hearts and minds is fulfilled as we revel in the teaching beloved Reverend Abigail brings forth for us this day. Joy, power, and all is well. So I allow this word to be. And so it is. Amen.
When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow in all ways. To me, through me, alive in everything. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow in all ways. To me, through me, alive in everything. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 this love. I will share, 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 this love. I will share, 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 this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love.
You know, it's so interesting because, so Lisa Ferraro and Erika Luckett wrote that song, and Erika has transcended this planet, and she is now in the non-physical realm. And I was listening to that song on the way in, and I didn't realize Tabor had picked it for this service. So how many of you have ever had a fight with your thermostat? I had this happen to me the other day. I set it for 70 because I was cold. And I'm like, oh, it's cold. An hour later. And I go back and I look at the thermostat and it's at 62. And so I set it at 70 again and come back an hour later and it's at 62. Have you ever had that happen? It happens because there's another program running behind the program that I was putting it on. There is a program that's already programmed into the thermostat that it defaults back to at a certain time. And it kept doing that to me. But it reminded me that it's just like our subconscious belief system. So we say, oh, I have this affirmation. My affirmation is at 70 degrees, right? And then there's a subconscious belief system that's working in the background that is counter to that. It puts back at 62. And so I find that very interesting because this is what we teach. We teach that we have the ability to transform our lives, and at the same time, there is something underneath that's operating oftentimes that we're completely unaware of. And that's what I want to bring to light and uncover and talk about today. There's a set point. And if we start asking the question, what if? What if there's something else going on? What if I'm ready to recalibrate that set point? What if there's something else possible for me? And what if there has been something running in the background of my own life that I haven't been looking at? So our monthly theme is what if? And my talk today is traveling in a world of my creation. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Reverend Abigail Schairer, and my pronouns are she and her, and my ancestry hails from Prussia, Ireland, and Germany. And so I honor all of my ancestors because I'm able to be here today with you because of them, and I also honor the Coast Salish people whose land I'm here to honor with them. And I know that something sacred and holy is happening here in this place. But it begins with curiosity. It begins with that question of what if. So I want to go ahead and just start off with a grounding practice. If you could just put your hand over your heart, take in a deep breath, in, out. Let your shoulders drop for a minute. If your jaw's clenched, let your jaw unclench. Recognize that you belong here exactly as you are. And I want you to ask yourself with your hand over your heart, without judgment, what world am I in right now? Not the one on the outside, but the inner working. Do you notice that there is tightness, or do you notice that there's spaciousness? Do you notice that you're feeling heavy or that you're feeling light? And can you just notice without changing it, without fixing it, just being aware? All right, bring yourself back into the room and know that this is one of the simplest practices you'll ever do, is noticing where you're at. having your awareness of what is, and knowing you can shift your awareness to a new possibility. There's an old story from the Sufi tradition, which is the mystical aspect of Islam. And you might have heard this story before because it's one of my favorites. There is a traveler who arrives at the gates of a great city. And he asks, "What are the people like here?" to an old man. And the old man responds to him, "Well, what are the people like where you left?" And he said, "Oh, God, they were terrible people. They were so selfish and self-centered, and they were just really annoying, and I could not get out of there fast enough." And the old man says, "Well, you're going to find the same kind of people here." So the traveler moved on, and another traveler stopped outside and talked to the old man. And he said, "What kind of people live here?" And the old man said to him, "Well, what were the people like where you came from?" And he said, "Oh my God, it was such a great group of people. I loved them so much. It was just so community oriented, and people came together and they saw each other and everybody pitched in, and it was amazing." And the old man said, "Oh, well, you're going to love it here. The people are like that here too." And so he went into the gates, and he loved the place where he was at. And I love this story because it shows that each of us have a framework or an idea of something before we come in, or something that we carry around with us in our life, kind of like a lens. How many of you wear glasses or contact lenses? Quite a few. Now imagine your glasses or contact lenses are a few years old, and you're looking through old lenses. And they create the framework of how you're seeing, which I think is really interesting. And if we don't update or upgrade our framework or the lens that we're seeing through, we still see through those old lenses. And so this is an opportunity for us to look at, what is my framework that I'm looking through? You know, one of the things that's really interesting that they've discovered is that the subconscious mind processes, I think it's 40 million bits of information. Yes, okay. 40 million bits of information per second. 40 million per second. The subconscious mind does that. The conscious mind processes 40 bits of information per second. So 95% of what we're operating on is the subconscious mind. And it is creating something for our lives. And the only way to shift and change that is to bring it to light, is to bring it to our awareness. And when we bring it to our awareness, it gives us the ability to be able to shift and change it. But oftentimes, we're not even looking at that. We're not even willing to discover what's operating in the background. And it's still going to be that thermostat set at 62 unless we say, wait, there's something operating in the background set at 62 when I want it to be at 70. The interesting part of this, Bruce Lipton, he's one of the people I really am interested in. I follow his work. He researches epigenetics. And so 95% of our programs actually were started ages 0 to 7 years old.
How do you take this off?
Oh, she's taking it off.
Here, can you do it over your head?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Boy, that must have been really annoying. That's my wife, everybody. She's taking care of all of you. So anyway, 95% of the programs that we run into our life were installed before we were 7 years old. 7. And so we're operating off of a 7-year-old mentality. Unless we're willing to see it and change it. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science of Mind, which is what we teach here, he said the world is not something that happens to us, it's something that happens through us. And so we bring to the world our own framework, our own lens, our own history and culture. And we also bring something that's underneath all of that, which is that sacred and holy spot within us that is our part, our expression of source, which is a place that's never been hurt or damaged. It's whole. It's filled with abiding love, completely non-judgmental. And that place we can operate from, we can either operate from that deep place that's underneath it all, or we can operate from the consciousness of where we came from. So I want you to realize that you're not a passive receiver of reality. You are, whether you intended or not, a co-creator of this world, of this experience. Gina wanted to co-create a world that was easier for you to hear from. So sit with these questions. Ask yourself this: what world have I been traveling in lately? What does it feel like in my body to live in that world? What beliefs about myself are so old and familiar that I've stopped noticing them? What program installed before age 7 am I ready to update? So now I want to take you to some place a little bit deeper. And what if the world that you've been traveling in, the tight parts, the not enough parts, the parts that feel like walls, wasn't even built by you? What if you inherited some of those things? The furniture was handed down to you. I have a friend, and he told me this story. He said that he bought this house, and it had blackberries. And the blackberries were very invasive, and they had actually walked up the wall of his house and was trying to get into the windows. It was like, and so he was out there, and he was like pulling all the blackberries out, and he's pulling all, and he was like so angry. He was so mad for a while. And he's like, I didn't plant these blackberries. But then something dawned on him. Like, he didn't plant the blackberries, but the house was his now. And while he didn't plant them, it was his to make it in a way that was supportive and easy and effortless. It was his work to do to pull the blackberries out. So even though we might have a world where we didn't plant the blackberries, what is ours to do? How do we want the world to be? Because we may have inherited it in a certain way, but maybe we want to have a place without thorns that doesn't create hassle or encroach and eat our house up. And maybe it's worth getting stuck by a couple of those thorns because how he wants to create the vision of his home, of what that looks like. So that's not just with your own life, which of course it applies to your own life. It applies to this particular community. It applies to this particular country. It applies to this particular planet that we're existing on. And you can use it in all of those different frameworks of what I would like to have. There's a story from the Indian epic, the Mahabharata, about a warrior named Karna. And this warrior was extraordinary. He was an amazing man. He was noble, generous. He was fierce with his integrity. And even the divine fire of the sun would live in his being. But he had a story about himself that kept him down. And see, what he didn't know is that when he was born of nobility. He was born to a queen. And the queen wanted to protect him. And she couldn't keep him around. So what she did is she put him down a river, hoping somebody would pick him up, which somebody did. And it was a very wonderful man. It was a charioteer man. And the man who had picked him up was born of the lowest caste in India. And way back in the day in India, whatever caste you were born in, you were there forever. You can never rise up above your caste. There was no opportunity. And people treated you. So he was in the lowest caste, so he was treated as if he was part of the lowest caste. And all his life, he was trying to prove himself to everybody because this wonderful man who brought him up only had the context of the lowest caste. And so that's what he kept trying to prove. He kept trying to say, but I need to show people who I am, but people treated him badly. And he never embodied who he truly was because he bought into the framework of that caste system. He allowed it to frame his life. And it wasn't even until the very end of his life that Karna found out that he was born of noble blood, that he was born of nobility. But I kind of think that's like us. Each person here, each person online, we're all born of noble blood. We're born of the infinite great creator itself. It birthed all of us. And each and every one of us is sacred and holy with a divine birthright if we are willing to claim it and to say that it is ours. Not to be better than anybody else, but just to be in our divine inheritance of who we truly are. Imagine how the world would be if we all claimed that we were of holy blood. Everybody. There's that story of there was a monastery, and the monastery was suffering. It was doing a really terrible job. And people they were just getting older and older, and there was no new life to it. And there was a passerby who came through the monastery, and this was a wise man who came through the monastery, and one of the priests was like, we really need some help here. And the wise old man who came through, he said, oh, well, this place is an amazing place. He said, one of you is the Christ. One of you is the Christ. And then they were like, well, which one? And he said, I'm not going to say anything else. And he moves on. And so then the people in the monastery was like, who's the Christ? Who is it? What if you're the Christ, Taffy? What if you're the Christ, Ian? What if you're the Christ, Phyllis? How would I treat you? And they started treating each other like the holiness of who they are. And soon they started drawing in more people because they were like, oh my God, something amazing is happening there. And more people started coming in and thriving because they all started treating each other as if they were the Christ. See, I think that that's the paradigm that I want to live from, where I get to see the Christ in everybody I meet. And by the way, I think I said this at the Christmas Eve service, but I'll say it again, that I'm not talking about Jesus. They called Jesus the Christed one because he was the embodiment of expressing love on earth. And so anybody could be called the Christ. And people were, way before Jesus' time, also called the Christ. So it's not his last name, just so you know. It's the embodiment of our pure potentiality. So I wonder, what story have you accepted as truth that might be inherited? And who gave you that story? How old were you when you heard that first story? And what would it mean, or what would it be like if that story wasn't true? If Karna had understood that he was nobility. Instead, his whole life he thought of himself as the lowest caste. And many of us think that of ourselves. There's one more story I wanted to tell you about, which is about medieval map makers. So medieval map makers, when they were creating their cartographers, is what they were called, when they were creating the maps, there was kind of like, this is what I know, and then there was this kind of like outside of what they knew. And on those maps, it would say, here be dragons, because it was outside of their known reality. And the good news is that people actually sailed beyond the boundaries of known reality and discovered that there weren't actually monsters there, but there were other lands and other people there. But oftentimes, we prohibit ourselves from going beyond that threshold because we're like, oh, well, I don't know what's out there. I don't know what that next thing is. This is a place where dragons are because it's unknown. And maybe the dragons are just made up things that the cartographers did because they didn't know what was out there. So I want to do a little closed eyes exercise with you. So close your eyes or soften your gaze towards the floor. I want you to take 3 breaths, each one slower than the last. With each exhale, let something go. Let go of something from this week. Let go of the noise. And imagine you're standing inside of a room. This room is your inner world right now. And look around. Is your room bright? Is it dim? Is it spacious? Is it cluttered? Don't judge. Just notice. This is just information. But I want you to pull your attention to one of the walls where there's a window. And look through this window, and in this window, as you look through it, outside of it is a different world. This is the version of your life where you're known, where you're welcomed, where you're fully expressed. What does it look like? What quality of aliveness exists there? And breathe that feeling in, all the way in. Let your nervous system register. This is real. This is possible. This exists for me. All right, so I want you to breathe out, open your eyes, and bring that feeling back into the room with you here into this day. So what you did right now is not wishful thinking. What you did is you created a powerful version of your truth. See, Joe Dispenza does research on our minds and how they affect reality. And this research shows that the brain doesn't distinguish between a fully vividly imagined experience and reality. So your nervous system practiced you living into the fullness of who you are. So this is what we teach. This is science of mind. This is also neuroscience. It's also quantum physics as we go deeper. But the beauty of this is when this teaching was founded, none of those sciences were out there. People were practicing this stuff and finding amazing results in their life and in their communities as they were imagining new possibilities. So that's where I invite you to take this question. What if? What if I sailed beyond my known boundaries? What if I was fully expressed in my life? What if my thermostat would stay at 70? What else is possible? So what I want you to do is I want you to do some practices. So every morning, I invite you to practice the what if question. We'll be exploring what if all month long. And just ask some what if questions. Here's the deal though, don't find the answer. Just ask the questions. Just ask some what if questions. Because the beautiful thing about the universe is it creates the solution. And all you have to do is ask the question. So what if you explored that? And whenever your critic is speaking, ask yourself, is this somebody else's voice? Is this something I learned when I was 7 or younger? Is this a world that I inherited? Or is this the truth of my being speaking? And I can pretty much tell you, if it's critical, it is not the truth of your being speaking. If it is loving and kind and inspiring, that is the true voice. That is your voice. That is the voice of the infinite that loves you deeply and cherishes every aspect of you, exactly as you are and exactly as you're not. So in January, we planted some roots. In February, we walked the edges. And in March, we're asking the question, what if? So I invite you to join me on this adventure throughout the month, knowing that we have Reverend Dawn, who's speaking next week. I will be here in the community because I said, what if I had a community that I got one Sunday off of speaking a month so I could spend a little bit more time getting to know the community? And the board said yes. So I encourage you to come next week. And I encourage you to use this spiritual, sacred technology we have, knowing that our world is a world of pure imagination. What if we created something that we loved? And so it is. Thank you. So I have an amazing ceremony that we're going to do right now because we have some new members in this community. And before we begin, I want to say something very clearly. Everybody in this room, everybody online, you all belong here. You're all a part of this community. You're all welcome here. We are a place where everyone is welcome. And that you don't have to earn your space in this community. You don't have to prove anything. You are welcome exactly as you are and exactly as you are not. And within this space of belonging, there are some people who are interested in going deeper. They're interested in saying, I'm not just a visitor in this village, but I'm a builder of it. And so today we honor both of those truths. So everybody, members, visitors, friends, explorers, longtime attendees, place your hand on your heart, repeat after me, and say, I belong here.
I belong here.
This community belongs to me.
This community belongs to me.
I'm committed to showing up in whatever way I'm able.
I'm committed to showing up in whatever way I'm able.
I am a blessing exactly as I am. So it is. Thank you. Now, there are those of you who have made a formal membership agreement with this community, and you as well. I appreciate your call to be invested in this community at a deeper level. So for those of you who have been official members of this community for 20 years or more, if you could please stand. Yeah. Thank you. Now, for those of you who have been members for 15 to 19 years. Yeah. All right. So those of you who've been here 10 to 14 years as members. All right. Thank you. And I forgot to say, if you're online, I know there's a whole group of you who are online. If you can put a thumbs up or a heart or anything, or you're like, this is me, we love your interaction online as well, because I know several of you are watching us online. So for those of you who've been with us as a member, official member, 5 to 9 years, will you please stand? And those of you who've been 5 or less, but not the people who are just joining today. 5 or less, but you're just joining today. There we go. All right. Well, now we're going to start to honor our 27 new members who have committed to this community. So as your name is called, please stand, and we have Philip and Susan are here to bring you a rose. And I want you to know we give you a rose because love requires tending. Oh, it's not a rose. We give you a flower. Sorry, we give you a flower because love requires tending. But beauty has roots. And because something that matters this much is worth us growing and tending it with each other. So this flower is our promise to you as new members. We will show up for you just as you are showing up for us. And know that a flower doesn't bloom alone. It needs soil, it needs water, it needs sunlight, and a community of roots beneath it. And that's what you're joining today. Not just a spiritual community, but a garden so that we can all thrive together. All right. So if you can please stand and stay standing when I call your name. And those of you, I know that there's a group of you who are online. Again, wave your hand if you can put thumbs up or any kind of response on the online. I want you to know we see you as well. Okay, Benji Hills. Practitioner, it's okay if they're not here today. It's all right. That's okay. I'm just going to read this list, and if you're here, stand. If you're not, then don't worry about it. They're still part of this, okay? Beverly Leonard, Beverly Simpson, Brenda Brown, Chelsea Brown, Chuck Jaley, Dan and Nancy Crandall, which I know are online, Elise Barstow, Gary Pennison, Gina Schairer, Jan Sprague, John and Marilyn Kirk, who are online, Jordan Rain, Carrie Smythe, Laurel Lesson, Linda Fells, Madeline Fullweiler, Mary Ann Carpenter, Reverend Patricia Connell, which I know she's online, Patricia Reeves, Romy Kincaid, Sandy Levy-Lundeen, Sky Byrne, Susie Peterson, and Taffy Wallace. Okay, would the new members keep standing, please? We have a commitment for you, so please repeat after me. Say I and then your name. I commit to creating a new standard of love. within Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. I am here as a welcoming presence. I am a sustainer, a shareholder, an owner of this community's future. I commit to giving intentionally, showing up consistently, serving actively, and practicing my spiritual life. I do this because I believe in us. Together we thrive. All right, do you, this entire community, as you've witnessed all of these amazing new members take their vows, do you support them in seeing them and loving them in their commitments? If so, say we do. We do. And so, would everybody in the room please stand just for a moment? Look around. This is community. You are this. You all belong together as members, as community members, as friends, that this is a spiritual family. And now I want you to repeat after me. I belong here.
I belong here.
I make a difference.
I make a difference.
I'm loved exactly as I am.
I'm loved exactly as I am.
And so it is. You may be seated.
So it is.
What a wonderful celebration of community and service. And with this, we will simply take our offering as another way of showing how we beautifully support this community. I call the ushers forward.
I believe I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe, oh, I believe, I believe I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe I belong to the earth, I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. I believe, oh, I believe I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth.
Let's just do that one more time. Thank you to all the new members and to all the current members. And so I'll now do the announcements, which gives you a little tip on the many things we are doing, and you can always find out more about them online and at the Ask Me desk. So the first thing is the 15 commitments of spiritual consciousness. It's a class that Reverend Abigail is doing once per month. And the next class is this Monday in person. I'm sorry, this Monday on Zoom at 6:30, or this Tuesday in person at 10. So this is something that happens once a month, and you can join just that one month time, or join up for all months, which will be a total of 15. And so you can do that at the Ask Me desk. I'm going to move on. Listen with read quickly, and then we'll move on to the Spirit at Work slide. Now, this is a breakfast meeting with other people who are interested in spirituality at work. The guest speaker is a wonderful woman called Carrie Jarda. Her talk title is, "Do You Want God in Your Paycheck?" Or another theme she uses is how prayer becomes reliable rather than random. So that's a breakfast meeting. It is this Wednesday at 8 a.m. And again, you can sign up for that at the Ask Me desk. The next thing is a beautiful newish thing, I think. Sponsored by the Interfaith Coalition. It's a music festival. And Tabor and the CSL band will be one of many performers at that festival. I have heard that there are 12 different spiritual communities coming together to create this festival, and they are up to 186 people who will be singing in the festival. So that's a great thing. It's 3 p.m. Saturday, March 7th. There is no charge, although donations are accepted. Please come and enjoy and support all those wonderful musicians. We have coming up next Sunday our two groups, the women's group and the men's group. They both meet at noon after the service. The women's group will be exploring that question that Reverend Abigail gave us, the what if question. Bring a journal and a pen. And the men's group is led by Philip Flores, and they also do wonderful spiritual and connection activities. So next, you can join a team that is helping to feed the unhoused by creating a high-protein, high-fat, high-calorie cookie. The way you do this is you gather the ingredients and then come on Tuesday with those ingredients, make them together with other people in the CSL kitchen, and then you take them home to cook them. Something about a few rules. Food rules. But do ask, if you're interested in that, do ask at the Ask Me desk for more information about that. It is a wonderful, wonderful service. We have our annual general meeting coming up Sunday, March 15th. After the service starting at noon, there will be lunch provided. And this is for everyone. It's a review of all that we did, all those wonderful work and fun things that we did last year, and the vision and the direction for our center in the upcoming year. It will also be the time where members will elect board members, and there's 3 new positions being filled in the annual meeting. To our great announcement, our new announcement, we will be launching 2 Sunday services starting March 22nd. They're 2 different service formats, but the same message or the same talk will be there, will be done by Reverend Abigail or the guest speaker. So the first service starts at 9:30 for 45 minutes. It is meditative and introspective. And then the talk by Reverend Abigail or a guest. Then the second service starts at the regular time at 10:30 and is just like what we've experienced now. And wanted to be clear, in case anybody wasn't clear, there will no longer be a 10 a.m. meditation. That will be part of the first service starting at 9:30. So just join us at 9:30 for a meditative experience. And you can certainly come to both services. Second service will have the same talk, but it will have the wonderful live music of Tabor and the band, and it will be live streamed, and there will be care for children only during the second service. So finally, I want to just invite you, if you're looking for a way to connect with more deeply with people at the center, you can join an online sacred circle. So they meet once a month. They have a great way to connect about the topics that we cover on Sunday. And you can contact Francine Kitchen, who is right here in the fourth row, yes. And she can tell you all about it. And with this, let's celebrate this beautiful day, this beautiful service with music. Thank you.
All right, if you're able, why don't you go ahead and stand up. There's also a part in this song, if you haven't heard it in a while or maybe forgot. After we sing Fill Me Up, it's clap, clap, clap. You can listen to Dave. He's going to hit the snare back there. Love, light, life, fill me up. Clap, clap, clap. All right? 1, 2. For the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundaries, I am thankful. For the trees that line the mountains, for the sea and life it holds, for the source of inspiration, I am thankful. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine that is and never was, I am thankful. I am thankful for abundance and growing, for the mystery unfolding, for each and every being, sacred truth we are knowing, for kindness and compassion and the courage to take action, for the law of attraction and the freedom to create. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine that is and never was, I am thankful. I am thankful. Love and life, fill me up. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine that is and never was, I am thankful. I am thankful for the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundary. I am thankful, and so thankful for this community, and thank you for being here today. We'll see you again soon.